What if the smallest hands held the biggest answers? What if the one person no one noticed carried the key to everything? Tonight, you'll hear a story that will not only surprise you but also inspire you in ways you never expected. And if it touches your heart, don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because these stories are here to remind you that miracles often hide in the most ordinary places. It was a rainy evening in the towering glass building of Ardent Technologies, a company known worldwide for its advanced cybersecurity systems. The CEO, Claire Donovan, had just returned from a grueling meeting. Investors were nervous, employees were on edge, and Claire herself hadn't slept in days. A powerful breach had shaken the company, someone had cracked into their encrypted servers, and not even their best engineers could figure out how. Millions were at stake. Trust was slipping. And Claire's entire reputation was hanging by a thread. She walked down the deserted hallways, heels clicking against the polished floor, her mind swirling with equations, strategies, and the bitter weight of disappointment. As she turned toward the staff lounge, she froze. There, under the fluorescent light, sat a little girl, no more than 9 years old, leaning over a crumpled sheet of paper. Beside her was a worn-out janitor's cart, and mopping just a few feet away was Michael, one of the building's night janitors. Claire's first instinct was confusion. Why was there a child in her building this late at night? But before she spoke, her eyes caught the paper the girl was scribbling on. Her small hands moved quickly, tracing patterns, rearranging numbers, humming softly as if she were playing a secret game only she understood. Then, in a way that made Claire's breath catch, the lines and codes looked familiar. "Sweetheart, what are you doing?" Claire asked softly, stepping closer. The girl startled, clutching the paper to her chest. Her father, Michael, turned quickly, embarrassed. "I'm sorry, ma'am. This is my daughter, Lily. I couldn't leave her alone at home, so I brought her here. She just likes puzzles. I'll take her away if she's bothering anyone." But Claire wasn't listening to the apology, her eyes were locked on the puzzle Lily had been solving. Because it wasn't just any puzzle. It was fragments of the company's broken code. The same code their top engineers had been agonizing over for weeks. "Where did you get this?" Claire demanded, sharper than she intended. Michael looked pale. It was on a piece of paper I found in the recycling bin." She thought it looked like a puzzle from her math books. Claire knelt down, her heart pounding. "Lily, can you show me what you're doing here?" The little girl hesitated, but something in Claire's eyes made her trust her. She laid the paper flat and pointed with her pencil. "See, it looks like a pattern, but the lines are tricking you. If you move this number here and fold this part, it makes a square. NW. Can you read the square backwards? It's like words." Claire's jaw tightened. She wasn't imagining it. Lily had just stumbled on the very structure of the company's encrypted algorithm. Something no one else had been able to see. Michael's voice shook. She's always been like this. She sees things I don't understand. But she's just a kid." But Claire knew she wasn't just a kid. She was a genius, hidden in plain sight. The following days became a whirlwind. Claire, against all protocol, invited Lily and her father to a private conference room. Engineers from the company gathered, skeptical at first, watching a janitor's daughter scribble on a whiteboard with markers. But as hours passed, silence filled the room. Because one by one, the pieces that had eluded them all fell into place under the little girl's hands. Michael sat in the corner, torn between pride and fear. He had spent his life sweeping floors, patching leaks, doing the work no one noticed. He had kept his head down, raising his daughter alone after her mother passed away. He never imagined she would stand in front of suits and specialists, showing them the way forward. But Claire did more than imagine it, she saw what Lily could become. Still, the road wasn't easy. Some board members protested. "We can't rely on a child for this. It's irresponsible. Others whispered that Claire was desperate, risking the company on a stunt. Michael himself nearly pulled Lily away, afraid of what this sudden attention could mean for her childhood. But then came the breakthrough. Late one night, when everyone else had given up, Lily traced one final sequence, and the code unlocked. The breach was closed. The company was saved. Not by the million-dollar consultants. Not by the high-paid executives. But by the quiet brilliance of a janitor's daughter. Tears blurred Claire's vision as she looked at Lily and Michael. "You didn't just save my company," she whispered. "You reminded me that true genius has no title, no pedigree, no office." In the weeks that followed, life changed forever for Michael and Lily. Claire personally arranged for Lily to receive scholarships, mentorship, and a future brighter than they had ever dared dream. Michael, once invisible in the hallways, was given dignity, recognition, and a new role within the company. But perhaps the most moving moment came when Claire addressed the entire staff. She didn't mention profits or market shares. Instead, she told them a story about a little girl who saw puzzles in what others saw as problems, and about a father who worked in silence, never knowing his sacrifices would open doors to a future that no one could lock again. And tonight,